Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here, as always with Shughead Gaming, and welcome to my review for Rooms, the Unsolvable Puzzle in VR. Developed by Handmade Game and released on the PSVR June 19th for an estimated retail price of $11.99, of course, depending on your region. Rooms, the Unsolvable Puzzle is a unique puzzle game inspired by sliding puzzle and platformer games. In a twisted mansion made of rooms that slide like puzzle pieces, the player must find a way to exit by moving rooms and using what's inside them. As the player explores the mansion, various gadgets are introduced and make the puzzles more tricky and challenging. Set in a fairy tale-like world full of magical objects and spooky stories, the player takes the role of an innocent little girl, Anne, who was accidentally trapped in the mansion. As the story unfolds itself, the player goes through the dark legend of the Twisted Mansion. I suck at puzzle games, but this piqued my interest. Let's dive in and see what's what. As always, guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you want to see more PSVR content from me, please consider subscribing, and for updates, hit that bell icon. As always, graphics are up first. Rooms. I'm calling it Rooms for the entirety of this review. It is a game that really didn't need to be in VR, and it really doesn't benefit a whole lot from the VR translation. That being said, similar to the VR version of Castle Storm from last year, here is a game that has been on many platforms and in many iterations, but it is here on PSVR where it feels the best. VR may not affect the gameplay, but the world around it is warm and magical, and playing this polished puzzle game in this environment makes the whole experience more intimate and memorable. This game could easily be played on a mobile device, but after experiencing it in VR, why? Since you're basically sitting in a custom theater for one, and static the whole time, the graphics, well, a bit on the cartoon side, are richly detailed, sharp, and show off some wonderful lighting and particle effects as the settings around you change. The play area itself is fairly simple, but still retains some nice moments of depth as you peer into mansions. The room tiles themselves are flat and basic, but it works for the nature of the game. All in all, Rooms is a very polished game graphically that, while it doesn't need to be in VR, it's still nice to sit inside and look around. Sound is up next. Rooms nails the music. For a puzzle game where you will most likely spend hours trying different combinations of room layouts while trying your patience, the one thing that can cause a game exit and a delete from the hard drive is music that doesn't suck. The music in Rooms adds to the same warm and magical feeling that the graphics strive for, and it succeeds wonderfully. Music is interesting and well orchestrated, and at times even brought forth moments that made me think of some of the great scores that John Williams did in the first two Harry Potter films. While the music rarely actually reaches these heights, it's well done all the same, and it lends the game a brilliant sense of polish and quality. Other sounds are done well and all work nicely together to deliver the gamer a complete sound package. And that brings us to gameplay. Rooms is not a short game, clocking in at around 144 levels to solve across 4 mansions, plus the unlockables. There's a lot of puzzle game here. The premise is simple. You control Anne by moving her left and right and up and down. Each level will present you with a selection of rooms and an exit point to escape to. You can only move a given tile while you are standing in it, therefore you must plan where you need the tiles to move to, and then how to get Anne into said room tile in order to move them. Some tiles have closed off walls, while some have ladders. Some might even be chained in place, so there's no moving those. As the game gets going, it'll introduce such things as teleporting, room swaps, and bombs, all in an attempt to mix things up and substantially ramp up the difficulty. Rooms does an excellent job of constantly throwing new things at you to keep things fresh and challenging. Zombies that, when pieced together as rooms combine, will run through the levels, hunting down Anne and adding just one more aspect for you to consider when planning your moves. And plan your moves you will. Like a chess match, your moves are counted. Stay within the allocated moves that the level allows to maximize the puzzle pieces you earn. Puzzle pieces unlock additional mansions, so planning your moves and returning to levels with an improved game plan is recommended and most likely will be required. As I said earlier, I suck at puzzle games and lack the patience for games such as these to fully enjoy them. As such, I am currently stuck just past the halfway mark in the game, so viewers, by all means, once you get to that last mansion, please hit up those comments and tell others what's in store for them. Rooms uses the DS4 controller and is played seated with minimal room requirements. Head tracking and frame rate are fantastic, so I expect no motion sickness issues for those with weaker stomachs. And that brings us to fun factor and my final verdict. Guys, if you're at this point in the review, you likely know if this game is for you already. It's a well-made, tile-based puzzle game that looks and sounds great. The difficulty curve is well done, and there's a lot of challenge here for those smarter than me and who like brainbusters in VR. As you know, I rate games on a scale of buy, wait for a sale, or burn it to the ground. If you like puzzle games and you don't mind a more intimate and low-key VR experience, then this game is priced right for you and made for you. This is a buy. If you're like me and you cringe at the thought of frustration while you stare stupidly at the screen, then maybe wait for a sale. This is well made and a polished game and might be just what you need after your next shooting fest in VR. Just wait till the price is right. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. If you like this video, hit that like button. And if you want to see more PSVR content from me, you guys know the deal. Please consider subscribing. And for updates, hit that bell icon. That's it for me, guys. Busy week in PSVR, so stay tuned here for my next video.